Hey, everybody. So, I wanted to talk to you about information that I have come to understand about being depleted when you're just running on empty. And we've all been there, and it's not a fun state to be in, to where you just feel like you have nothing left to give, even to yourself sometimes. For me, this is very much a full circle moment. In 2022, I had just returned from Ireland on a sacred journey, and I was wiped. I mean, flat out busted, had nothing in me at all. I couldn't even give to myself. I was just so depleted. And I had this dream. I was walking along a dirt road when a big red pickup truck comes, and it's my dad. And he had passed in 2000. And so he rolls down the window. I'm like, hey, what are you doing here? And I noticed that there was a dog in the front seat, and it wasn't a dog I recognized. And I was like, who's the dog? And he said, oh, it's a friend of mine's. I'm going to pick him up. I didn't think anything of it at the time. And it was interesting because about 10 days later, one of his old best friends passed. And so that was his friend's hunting dog. And I get a lot of joy from that, knowing that when it's our time, our friends will pick us up, our pets will be there. It just brings me a lot of joy. But anyway, so my dad says to me, after he tells me that he's going to pick up a friend, he says to me, so when are you going to be done playing these hunger survivor games? Now, instead of me going, what are you talking about, Dad? Because I did not know what he was talking about. I had an attitude. Like, even in the dreams, I'm still a daughter, And I was like, I don't know, Dad. I don't know. I guess when I'm done. And he just kind of looked at me, shook his head, gave me a sad little smile, and the interaction was done. And I woke up going, what the hell are the Survivor Hunger Games? So what is this? And in the 2 years since then, I have been pondering on it now and then, asking questions from spirit, just not 100% understanding. And recently, I was doing a sunset ceremony, and it was a dedication to the ancestors. And I didn't ask for my mom to come. I didn't ask for my dad. I was just sitting in gratitude for my ancestors, whoever they may be on either side. When all of a sudden my dad pops up and he says to me, congratulations on no longer playing the Hunger Survivor Games. And I was like, huh. And he goes, however, you haven't filled yourself. You haven't fed, and you need to. And I'm like, this time, I'm not in a dream. And I'm like, Dad, what do you mean feed? What do you mean? What exactly is it that you're saying to me? And he says to me, he points to the trees and everything. He said, everything is here for you. Everything has energy. Take it in. And it was interesting because my response was, well, if I take in everything that's out here, am I taking from someone else? And he looked at me and he said, that's your problem. He said, you haven't realized that everything is here for you. And he said, and he points to a person nearby and says, and everything is there for them in their world. There is no such thing as taking too much, as, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. And I was like, huh. And I understood in that moment that what he's saying is, take in all this energy that is everywhere. Take it in. Feed, fill yourself with it. It's your prana. But we do that through conscious breath, to breathing it in, knowing that we're breathing in pure energy, pure light, and allowing it to fill us, allowing it to sink into the places in the body where there's pain or where there's discomfort or even emotional stuff. Allow this energy to feed you, to fill you, to just let you be very full. And I was finally like, 2 years, Dad. Took me 2 years. And he just started laughing. And he's like, congratulations. And, I had also come to some really important realizations about what happens to me when I become depleted, because I'd love to say that after the sacred journey, I didn't get depleted again. That's not accurate in any way, shape, or form. Being depleted is something I have struggled with my entire life. And I'm understanding that in this next phase, what is being asked of me will require me not getting depleted, not getting lost. Because what I found when I'm depleted is I go into greater separation. When I am full, I go into the vastness. I go into the everything and the nothing. I go into the field of potentiality. And I can feel such excitement for being here, for, all of it, every ounce of it, even the crazy stuff. I can still just look at it with gratitude. But when I'm depleted, when I'm empty, I honestly have these thoughts of like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to play these games. I don't want to do this. And it is separation. What comes in is separation. Separation from self, separation from source, separation from the incredibleness that is this experience. And so one of the things I've learned recently is just how essential it is for me to fill myself. And then the information that my dad gave me was very important. There's life force energy everywhere. We have only pretended to be separated. We have only pretended to not have enough. We've only pretended to not be filled with light. And we can change that very quickly by connecting in with the life source energy that is in everything and consciously taking it in and becoming one with it. Because the more you fill yourself, the more you are going to be in that state of oneness, that state of everything and nothing, versus the state of depletion, which is really a state of separation and an illusion that we just buy into. So I hope that this information helps you. If you are going through phases of where you are depleted, start connecting to the life force energy that is everywhere. Use it, breathe it in, feed and fill yourself with it. It's yours. You're not taking from anyone else, because your reality is your reality and my reality is mine. Take care.